know you can't just dig up your great-great-great-great-grandma and call her a fossil?
Huh? Just in the case that I may have dug up my great-great-great-great-great-grandma, do I put her back?
You're only a fossil if you're from a past geological age.
What? Wait, so I could become a future fossil, but I can't be a fossil right now.
Your remains need to remain for thousands or even millions of years. But there's more than one way to become a fossil, and I've got 7 for you to try right now.
Yay!
Number 1, permineralization. This is the most common type, and almost all dinosaur fossils you see at the museum have formed through this process. But if you want to become a fossil, first you'll need to become a corpse.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I feel like if you're being fossilized, that's kind of a cool way to have something of you remain on the earth. So, I'm not against it. Is there like forced fossilization where I can ask a company to fossilize me?
In most cases, scavengers will find and pick you apart. So for protection, you'll need a rapid burial. Being buried also cuts off the oxygen, which bacteria need to decompose you. Low oxygen equals low decay, which preserves you for longer. Over time, your soft tissues will usually still decay, but solid parts like your bones and teeth remain, ready for begin. It actually starts in the sky. Rain is usually slightly acidic, and when it seeps into the ground, it dissolves minerals like silica from the soil. The silica-rich groundwater eventually reaches your remains and enters the pores of your bones, where the silica precipitates on all surfaces, inside and out, coating them with a fresh layer of mineral paint.
Oh.
Over hundreds of thousands of years, this forms a protective layer of stone around the bone, creating a permineralized fossil. But in another process called mineral replacement, the silica can replace the original bone minerals themselves.
Oh,
If
wow.
all the bone minerals are swapped out, it becomes a petrified fossil, essentially meaning it's completely turned to stone. Apart from petrified dinosaur bones, you can find petrified shells, wood, or even poop.
So they're all like not the natural white color that the bones were, but they're more brownish looking then? At least that's what it looks like on these images.
I don't know about that one. And it's not just silica. These processes can happen with other minerals too. Like, here's a cool rock I have with glow-in-the-dark fossils in it.
Whoa, okay, that's what I want to be. These ones look sick too. Okay, but glow-in-the-dark is so iconic.
There's also pyrite ones that form shiny metallic-looking fossils. A little to the right. Ooh, a bit to the left. All right, bring it down, boys. Time to find more exhibits. Number 2, amber. In a coniferous forest 140 million years ago, a bug-sized human is busy chewing through a poor tree when suddenly a sticky orange goo oozes out. This is resin, the tree's active defense, and it's used to seal wounds to protect against further damage or infection. Eventually, the resin fully engulfs you, forming a nice airtight seal. And as a bonus, it also contains toxic terpene molecules, which act like a natural bug spray. So even if you don't suffocate to death, you're dead either way. Blech. Over the following days, the resin hardens via a process called polymerization, becoming a semi-solid substance known as copal. If left above the surface, it eventually degrades and decomposes. But luckily in this case, the hardening has caused it to break off and fall to the forest floor, to be slowly buried over the next thousands of years. In the absence of UV light and oxygen, the copal is able to harden completely over time, eventually turning into amber, which is a tough material that resists decay, perfectly preserving whatever was trapped inside. Amber fossils usually contain tiny bugs like ants and flies. My favorite one is the spider frozen in time attacking a wasp, roughly 100 million years ago.
Holy! Okay, that's hella cool. I will say the other fossils were a bit cooler to me in concept, but I mean amber ones are well known. They're also pretty cool.
Now, all that's left to do is excavate the amber, polish it up, and then... Wow! Look at that! A perfect specimen. Number 3, carbonization. We'll need you to be a plant for this one. So one day you're just chilling, doing whatever plants do, when... boom, mudslide kills you.
Wow.
You've
Anticlimactic, but okay, I'll take it.
been rapidly buried and the oxygen is cut off. Perfect conditions for fossilization. Over the years, more sediment piles on top, eventually burying you 3 kilometers underground.
Holy!
You'd be experiencing 800 times atmospheric pressure here. That's like... The heat and pressure squeeze out all compounds containing hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, which have weaker bonds and lower boiling points. What's left is stable and strong carbon, so your remains are preserved as a thin black film, basically a 2D silhouette.
Can we see an
Because
example?
this method works best on squishy organisms, you usually find plants and soft-bodied animals like bugs and jellyfish as carbonized fossils.
I think I've seen it before, actually. I was gonna ask for an example, but I think now that if it's like in a rock like this.
I like this bee one.
Yeah.
Layers and layers of carbonized fossils are packed together, they eventually form coal, which is why it's known as a fossil fuel.
What? I had no idea this was a thing. That's freaking crazy.
Let me fix that for you.
Hi guys. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Number 4, tar pits. Tar pits are natural pools of a sticky black substance called asphalt, created when blobs of crude oil make their way to the surface from underground, forming a goo death trap. Over time, dust, leaves, and sticks fall onto the surface, making it look solid. But as soon as you step on it, you sink.
Ugh. Oh yeah, you guys remember when they were telling us about how quicksand was gonna ruin our life in all these kids' cartoons and shows? And now I'm an adult. I have not yet encountered quicksand. Like, I feel really, really scammed, honestly.
Struggling only makes it worse, soon leading to exhaustion, and then you die. Blech. Gradually, your soft tissues decay, but your bones, which are more resistant, sink further in. All the while, fresh oil is still seeping upwards from underground, burying your bones even faster. Being encased in asphalt is the perfect environment for preservation. It blocks oxygen and is also toxic to many microbes, preserving your bones almost exactly as they were. But because tar pits are constantly moving, you get jumbled up a bit. So when you're eventually excavated, all the paleontologist bros will have to think really hard to put you back together. Dude, is this his butt? A super cool fact is that tar pits are great for finding fossils of predators. The story goes like this. Unfortunate prey animal gets stuck in pit. Hungry predator sees you and goes, "Ooh, yummy snack." Then another predator comes along and is like, "Ooh, yummy snack." So on and so forth. Famous tar pit predators include dire wolves, American lions, and even saber-toothed tigers. Sometimes they're even found fossilized mid-attack. Pretty cool stuff.
They were dedicated. They were like, man, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna have my snack.
Is that his butt? Number 5, molds and casts. So you're scuttling along the ocean floor when you suddenly realize that you're a human and not a fish. Blech. Over time, your body is buried in ocean sediments, eventually compacting and hardening into rock. This fossilization technique is a bit weird, because your body actually completely decays and disappears in this one. But something does remain.
The
When
shell?
your body was buried, it left an imprint in the sediment, capturing all your delicate features. This empty space is called a mold, and it's a negative of your body. If we filled this mold with some jelly, we could create a squishy replica of you. That's pretty good. But this process can happen naturally too. Your mold can be filled with minerals, creating a cast fossil.
Oh.
Oh, this is pretty good too. Okay, but realistically, this method wouldn't work well for preserving humans, because there's too much soft tissue. Instead, it's great for animals with shells and exoskeletons, like trilobites, crab, and this ancient giant millipede called Arthropleura, which is estimated to be 2.6 meters long.
That's awful. I hate anything that has a little too many legs, and this definitely falls under that category.
Kind of comfy. Number 6, freezing. So right now we're in the Ice Age, and you've decided to take a nice relaxing stroll in this blizzard. So, you fall into a crevice, you die on impact. and are rapidly buried in freezing ice. The low temperatures slow your rate of decay, and the water inside your cells freezes, locking in their structure. Over decades or even centuries, more soil and material freezes around you, forming permafrost, which is ground that has remained frozen for at least 2 years. This is important because any temperature changes can cause your body to thaw, restarting decay. So, after this, you're almost perfectly physically preserved. DNA, soft tissues, and even facial expressions are intact. We found many amazing ice fossils, like woolly mammoths and rhinos and stuff.
Hell
But
yeah.
the most famous is Otzi the Iceman,
Oh, yeah.
a 5,300-year-old fossil who now sits comfortably in a custom-designed cold cell in Italy.
Was that the one that was cursed? I heard there was like one of these ice fossils that they dug up, and then like all the scientists that were working on that like started dying. I don't know if that was this guy or someone else.
Ooh, one more slot left. Number 7, Mummification. In the dry, arid deserts of the Sahara, a lone wanderer takes his last breath. Bleh. As the howling wind blows, it carries scorching sand over your deceased over your deceased body. Okay, I'm done. This rapidly buries and hides you from scavengers. The heat from the sweltering sun evaporates all the water from your body, and now you're a dusty, crusty husk. This is mummification, or in scientific speak, desiccation. And it's what happens when an organism is dried so quickly and completely that very little decay occurs. Bacteria rely on water for metabolism, so no water equals no decay, meaning your husk lives on. Mummification
Yay.
can preserve hair, skin, internal organs, and even DNA for thousands of years. Salt helps a lot too. It draws out water rapidly, dehydrating tissues. And this is what the ancient Egyptians used to preserve their mummies. Ah yes, with this crusty addition, my collection is finally complete! Anyways, I'll see y'all in a million years.
1 million years later.
Ayo, the aliens! They found us!
See ya next time.
Man, I love Dumb Doggo. The videos are so good. I will say the first option I think is the most favorable one. And I'd like to have like a glow in the dark effect if possible. That would be super cool. So yeah, that's the one I'm signing up for. Feel free to let me know which one you would pick. Which one is your favorite? And thank you for watching.